Well, spring is here and the weather sure is beautiful, perfect for a bike ride. But there are safety rules and regulations that need to be followed. With me today is Constable Matt Dupuy, our official spokesperson on bike safety.
Awesome. Nice to be here.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, so let's start with your conventional bicycle. And they obviously there are rules. They have to follow the rules of the road. So just tell me.
Yeah, so a bicycle is considered a vehicle. So under the Highway Traffic Act, if you're riding a bicycle, you're considered to be like a vehicle. It's a little different than a motor vehicle, but it's a vehicle. You have to follow the rules of the road. So a lot of people don't know, but you have to like literally stop at stop signs. If there are red lights, you have to stop for red lights. You have to follow those rules of the road. If you're under 18, you have to wear a helmet. Over 18, they don't require you to wear a helmet. I do suggest you wear a helmet. I mean, those things save your lives, right? It's
Absolutely.
clear as day. But you need bells. People don't know necessarily you need a bell on a bicycle, but you need a bell. A horn is, well, a bell, sorry, is the horn. Lights as well. So you need lights if you're on riding at night. And brakes. So a lot of individuals are riding around with no brakes on their bikes, and that's an offense as well. So
Now, obviously, we have some great new infrastructure in terms of like bike paths, bike lanes. One thing I tend to see is maybe people going the wrong way on one ways, or
yeah, exactly. So same thing, one wrong way to one way. That's a Highway Traffic Act offense, and you can't do that on a bicycle. So you have to be following the rules of the road as that as well. So if it's like Pitt Street here, you have to ride the same way as traffic on Pitt Street. You can't be going the wrong way up Pitt Street. That's exactly right.
right. And in terms of the legislation, there are some changes that you're hoping to see happen in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, so I have gone through City Council and done a meeting through them in relation to the bylaws. I've proposed some new bylaws coming up. I went to the engineering department already, and they've looked at it and agreed to it. Some interesting, or some good changes for us is right now you can't ride your bicycle on the sidewalk, and they limit that to basically 12 and under. No one basically is allowed to ride on the sidewalk unless you're 12 and under. I've made a request that it change to 16, so anybody under the age of 16 and under can ride on the sidewalk, as well as made an exemption that parents are riding with their children on the sidewalk. There's no issues with that as well. Other things that have changed as well is riding your bicycle, having a cell phone in your hand while you're riding your bicycle. I've added that in there as well. Distracted driving, in essence, on a bicycle is the same thing as in a car. So that's on there. Those are necessarily the main changes that were taking place on it. There's also some other changes in relation to parks. So at Lamoureux Park, if they're on a bicycle in Lamoureux Park, they have to obviously yield to pedestrians that are in the area in the park and can't be riding around in that way, obstructing people.
Absolutely. Now, and in terms of consequences, some of these offenses, as you said, they're under the Highway Traffic Act. There are fines, but I always like to talk as well. I mean, at the end of the day, you're sharing the road with vehicles. A bike, you're not going to stand a chance. So talk about that importance of following these rules.
Yes. So obviously cars are a lot bigger than bicycles. I want to just basically mention as well that we're going to be stopping cars too. So there's also a rule in place under the Highway Traffic Act where they have to leave 1 meter for bicycles when passing them. We have the bicycle lanes in the city of Cornwall on 2nd Street, which is great, and it helps out a lot. But when passing them for regular cars, make sure to pass like where you're passing it. You have some distance between the bicyclists, because as bicyclists, again, they could get hurt very easily when struck by a car. That being said too, if you're going the wrong way on a one way on a bicycle and you hit a car or anything like that, I mean, your life's in jeopardy, right? So that's why we're trying to make the road safe for everybody. We're trying our best to make sure everybody's following the rules of the road to make it safe for everyone.
Absolutely. And another topic in this realm is e-bikes.
Yes.
Not quite a bike, not quite a motorcycle. So where do we stand with e-bikes?
So right now, e-bikes, they're in the Highway Traffic Act as a power-assisted bicycle. They're considered basically a bicycle. They have to follow the rules of a bicycle as well as a motor vehicle, a car, anything like that. Red lights, stop signs, the one-ways, they all have to do that. All of them have to wear helmets. Some people don't realize that, but as soon as you're on an electronic bicycle, you have to wear a helmet. Some of them think because they're on a bicycle that has just a little tiny electric motor on it, even though it looks like a bicycle, still need to wear a helmet. The other thing people don't realize is under the age of 16, you cannot be on an e-bike, an electronic bicycle or power-assisted bicycle. So some people put their children on it. That's illegal. They're not allowed completely. So that's basically with the quick lowdown on electronic bicycles.
And the third distinction within that realm of e-bikes is the power-assisted wheelchairs.
Correct. Yes. So they're for mobility users or individuals that have mobility issues. So there's like mobility scooters or wheelchaired or powered wheelchairs or that sort of items. They're on the road as well. So they have to follow, again, the rules of pedestrians and follow those rules. But again, those things can travel some great speeds as well. So again, we're just going to be out there making sure everybody knows about these things, making sure the roads are safe, the sidewalks are safe, and we don't want to see anybody get hurt this summer at all.
Absolutely not. And just finally, there is a registry for bicycles if to prevent them being stolen, or at least making sure they'll be returned.
Correct, yeah. So on our website, you can log in there and you can actually register your bicycle, fill in the information, and it registers it through us. So if your bike does get stolen, we can bring it back to you. As well, if you don't have the internet or any way like that, you can stop by the police station. We have forms we can fill out. We can register it for you. So then in case your bike does get actually stolen, or maybe you lose it or misplace it, and we find it, we can return it back to the owners.
Excellent. Constable Dupuy, thank you so much again for joining me.
Not a problem.
And make sure you stay safe this summer. Biking is great for your health, but just make sure you follow the rules of the road.